So, without further ado, Mr. Charles Mollet. And forgive me, the title of his speech is How I Got My Nickname.
Thank you. I grew up in the promised land, in the land of milk and honey, on a pig farm in a place called Waianae, all the way at the end of the leeward coast of Oahu, at the end of civilization. Fellow Toastmasters and honored guests, the only thing that is worse than growing up in Waianae is growing up on a pig farm in Waianae. I thought it was quite normal. In fact, I thought that everyone grew up on a pig farm. But I soon found out that that wasn't the case. And I soon found out it was something that you never told anyone, especially the parents of the person that you're dating, the person that you're trying to impress. Mom, Dad, this is Charles. He's a pig farmer. Honey girl, that's the second guy this week. Come here. Let me see, pig farmer or dispatcher? Pig farmer or dispatcher? Honey girl, they both pilau. But if I had to choose one, I would choose the pig farmer. At least he can bring home the bacon. Now, if I had to describe my family, I would say they were a combination of Everybody Loves Raymond and How I Got a 3-Day Suspension. A little weird and dysfunctional. Now, the only thing that is worse than growing up on a pig farm is growing up downwind to a pig farm that is 100 times larger. The pig pens is so huge that it ran down the entire length of our 5-acre property. And boy, when the wind blew just right, it was hauna. It was so stink that the stench hovered over our property like a dark rain cloud waiting to unleash its wrath. And when it did, it permeated our entire household. Clothing, furniture, even our hair and skin. The smell was so bad that none of my relatives wanted to visit us. But if you knew my relatives, the Kardashians. But the bad thing was on Christmas Eve, Santa and his reindeer never came. No Dancer, Prancer, Comet, or Vixen, and not even Rudolph with his nose so bright. And on Christmas morning, while all the little boys and girls played with their easy bake ovens and G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip, we played hide and seek with the pigs. Now, growing up on a pig farm and being the oldest child, I had a lot of chores. And one of them was collecting the pig slop with my dad. Went to stores, restaurants, and even cafeterias collecting the discarded food scrap. Dead fish, rotten eggs, and spoiled food. It was gross and smelly, and it reminds me of my sister's cooking. Oh, she's not here, is she? But the chore that I absolutely hated was cooking the pig slop. Somehow my dad, in his father-in-law's best wisdom, had determined that I was the family's top chef, and my specialty was cooking pig slop. Unfortunately, I had no say in the matter. It was like living with Chairman Mao, and my dad was Chairman Mao. I had other ideas of what I could be doing with my precious 2 to 3 hours that it normally took. I could have been out on the street like the rest of my family, stealing cars, you know, supporting the auto theft detail. Or I could have been watching reality TV shows like The Real Housewives of HPD. But my dad would have none of that. And soon we got into a rather heated discussion where the R word came out, responsibility. Just what a teenager wanted to hear. Now, if you have ever made pig slop, it's very simple. And it's similar to making beef stew. And luckily for me, I didn't have to be smarter than a 5th grader. Put slop in 55-gallon drum, add water, add salt and pepper to taste, stir, start fire, make sure slop doesn't burn. Slop is cooked, turn off fire. Serve hot on rice with shoyu on the side. Voila, there you have it. Ono Hawaiian stew. So one day my opportunity came when my dad left for work and everything was going according to plan. The slop was made and the fire was nice and hot. And I began filling up their fireplace with a lot of firewood, filling it up to the brim in the hopes that the intense heat from the large flame would cook the pig slop in no time at all. Well, when I left, and when I returned an hour later, the entire pig pen had caught on fire. This is a true story. Somehow the flames had jumped and ignited the large stack of firewood, and from there the fire had traveled and started burning the wooden frame pig pen. Boy, I was afraid of Chairman Mully. And sure enough, he arrived in a fire engine red pickup truck with lights and sirens blaring. He marched into the fire zone, saw the charred wood, heard the squealing pigs, and smelled the aroma of freshly cooked ham. That day I learned about discipline, and I couldn't sit down for an entire week. But that night over dinner of Ono Hawaiian stew, crispy bacon, 2 scoops rice, and mac salad, my dad gave me a nickname. Kalua. Toastmaster.